But whenever we activate our 2, we are so fast. I feel bad for him. That's how fast we are. I feel bad. We're going to activate our 3, use our ultimate. He doesn't have his Aegis. We use our 1, basic attacks, and we're able to clean up the Hoi. Cerberus is here, but we should be able to just outrun him. He is slowing us. We're going to activate our 3, start getting some basics on him, use our 1. We take him below half health. We're going to use our beads to avoid his ultimate. We're going to then pop our 2, chase him down. He uses his jump. And we're able to get the pick onto the Cerberus. What a do, Scooby Boo, it's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Poseidon as carry. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Poseidon does surprisingly well in the ADC role. He's not a magical carry like Oleron, Sol, Freya, or Kronos, but because of his 2, he's actually able to do some basic attack trades. So let's go ahead and jump into his kit. Starting with Poseidon's passive, Changing Tides. Poseidon's movement speed increases and his abilities do additional damage as his tide level increases. Successful basic attacks hits increase his tide, and using abilities decreases it. At high tide, his abilities are going to deal up to 20% additional damage, and his movement speed is going to be increased up to 15%. His basic attacks are going to restore 10% tide on a successful hit. Poseidon's 1, Tidal Surge. Poseidon summons forth a wave that travels in a line, dealing damage and pushing back all enemies in its path. This ability consumes 20% tide. Poseidon's 2, Trident. Poseidon activates his trident, granting movement speed and making his basic attacks fire 2 additional shots in a spread for 6 seconds. These shots deal magical damage plus 20% of Poseidon's magical power. All shots increase Poseidon's tide on a successful hit, so if you land all 3, you could gain 30% tide per basic attack. His movement speed increase is going to be 10% at level 1 and 30% at level 5. Poseidon's 3, Whirlpool. Poseidon summons a whirlpool at a ground target location that cripples targets, preventing movement abilities and creating a vortex which drags targets towards the center, dealing damage every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. This ability consumes 20% tide. And finally, Poseidon's ultimate, Release the Kraken. Poseidon releases the Kraken, damaging and slowing all targets in its radius. Enemies in the center of the effect, when it spawns, take additional damage, are knocked up, and are stunned. The slow is going to be 30%, and then this ability is going to consume 30% tide. At level 1, the stun is 1 second, and then at level 5, the stun is 2 seconds. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 1, level 2, put a point into our 3, level 3, put a point into our 2, then we want to max out our 3, max out our 2, max out our ultimate whenever we can, then max out our 1. The reason we're going into our 1 over our 3 is it has a shorter cooldown and should allow us to be a little bit more aggressive as carry. We hit purple, then the harpy. Now we're going to go ahead and invade the enemy harpy. We have Sylvanas as our support, so we are going to be getting some free heals, which is going to be very helpful. We also get a little bit of free mana whenever we step into his pod. Ymir frees us, but there's no follow-up, so we're A-okay. Cerberus is here, so we're going to pop our 2 to gain some movement speed and then start falling back. We're going to kind of dump our kit, try to save Sylvanas if we can. We left Fountain with Hunter's Blessing, the tier 1 of Ring of Hecate, 3 health potions and a mana potion. Purple buffs are respawning, so we're going to go ahead and rotate to our purple buff. We're going to step out, let Sylvanas take the damage for us once we get it activated. This Hoi did buy Aegis, so whenever we try to ult him, we got to try to ult him while his Aegis is down. We're going to stand in the Sylvanas pod, try to recover some mana. Right there, we're checking relics. Looks like we can ult Ymir as soon as we get our ultimate. We pop our 2. Now we're going to try to land some basics. We get some good damage onto this Ymir. We should be able to just ult him without even casting our 3 below him and get the pick onto him. Right now we're just landing basic attacks, trying to hit level 5. Also trying to gain Tide on our Tide meter. Ymir comes up, we're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, and we're able to get the pick onto the Ymir. Ymir has to walk in front of the minion wave in order for him to hit the entire minion wave, so we just wait for him to step up, and then we cast our ultimate on him, hitting him in the center. So we take the additional damage, got knocked up, and also got stunned. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the Harpy. We have major wave advantage. We outcleared the enemy wave, and then Ymir is also not here. We're going to go ahead and cast our 3. I think Ymir was able to steal that. We do have enough money for boots, so after this next wave, we are going to want it back. We're going to go ahead and cast our 3. Ymir gets the freeze on us, but Hoi is really far back, so we don't really have to worry about much. Looks like they're rotating to the purple buff. We're going to go ahead and back, since we're completely out of mana, and we have enough money for boots. We're thinking about going into the lifesteal boots, but then we change our mind and go into the cooldown boots, because Ring of Hecate is going to provide us some lifesteal. Whenever leaving Fountain, we're going to activate our 2, so we gain the increased movement speed. It's going to be 10% at level 1. We do have our ultimate again, so we should be looking to use our ult in the next fight we can. Sylvanas is a saint, and he holds wave for us, so we get the full golden XP from that wave. We're going to go ahead and pick up the purple buff, which increases our attack speed and also reduces the protections of enemies if they stand too close to us. We're going to go ahead and rotate to our Harpy, trying to get as much farm as possible in between waves.
Enemy missing middle.
Enemy missing right.
Enemy missing left.
Ymir's behind us, he misses his freeze. We're going to wiggle around a little bit, avoid the Hoi stun. We miss our 3. We miss a lot of basic attacks with our 2. I'm going to go ahead and use the 1 on the minion wave, try to farm our Tide up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and set up a ward. It looks like Ymir is rotating towards mid.
Enemy missing right.
We're going to activate our 3, farm up the wave. Throw out our 1. We're able to get the hit onto the Hoi. There's his jump. We have our 3 in just a second. We're going to go ahead and activate, use our ultimate, and he's able to Aegis it. So his Aegis is going to be on cooldown for about 3 minutes. He won't be able to use it till at least 9:50.
Enemy missing left.
I think it's more of a 2-minute timer than a 3-minute timer. But we should have our ultimate before he has his Aegis again. He uses his jump. We're getting some basics. We also have the minions right here. We fight into him and we trade with each other. As soon as we saw him use his ultimate, we should have fallen back. We try to use our beads to avoid the slow.
Don't let
We're just a little short of being able to get the Ring of Hecate. In fact, I think if we sell all 3 of our potions, we should be very close. But it looks like we're just going to go back to lane. We were thinking about backing selling our potions. That's when we realized we could do that. But it looks like we're going to hold on to our potions and rotate to lane. We have our ultimate in about 8 seconds. So as soon as we see Hou Yi, we want to try to ult him because his Aegis is going to be down. Our purple buff is up. We're going to go ahead and rotate to our purple.
You will not escape.
Activator 2 for some additional damage. It's also going to allow us to keep our tide at 100%. We get stunned. Cerberus is behind us. We're going to activate our 2, which is already activated. We're going to start running away. And unfortunately, Hou Yi is able to get the pick onto us. Right there, we were a little too aggressive. We need to buy some wards. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Ring of Hecate and buy 2 wards. The Ring of Hecate is going to provide us 80 magical power, 25% attack speed, 15% magical lifesteal. It has a passive that each successful basic attack applies a hex to enemies and empowers you, increasing your power by 5% and reducing the power of your opponent by 5% for 5 seconds. This can stack up to 3 times. So I'm not sure, but I believe whenever you activate your 2, you have 3 basic attacks when on your single basic attack. So if you hit Hou Yi with all 3, it's going to immediately apply 3 stacks of the Ring of Hecate.
Attack right lane.
Let us
We're going to set up our wards so that way Serb can't surprise us again. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3-1 combo. We're going to pop our 2. He gets stunned. He hits us with a double bounce, which is super unlucky. We're going to go ahead and use our 3-2. There's his Aegis. We use our 1. He already uses jump, and we're able to get the pick onto the Hou Yi. We're going to go ahead, play it safe, just basic attack, get some lifesteal going on from the Ring of Hecate. Then we're going to check the enemy purple buff. It is here, so we're going to go ahead and take it. We're going to pop our 2, then our 3. Looks like we missed a minion, but we see that Serb's coming our way, so we're going to pop our 2 and immediately start running away. We're going to start working on our purple buff.
Retreat right lane. Retreat right lane.
We have Ymir also rotating in. We try to pick up the purple, but we miss it, and that is completely fine. We're already wearing the enemy purple. We're going to go ahead and back ourselves, and we're going to start working on Doom Orb.
as sharp as the razed sting.
I feel like Doom Orb combined with Charon's coin fully stacked is just an amazing combination of items on Poseidon. He gains increased movement speed from his 2, and then these 2 items also provide movement speed. So whenever you activate your 2, you can really zoom.
Enemy has been slain. While they are frail, you are strong.
We have 2 levels on the enemy Hou Yi. Ooh, that Janus ultimate almost hit us. 2 people rotating in. We're going to pop our 2. We activate our 3, ult combo. We use our 1. We're going to get some basics onto the Ymir. He pops some meditation, which is a terrible relic. He uses a wall, and he's able to get away. We're going to pop our 2, gain the increased movement speed, try to chase down this tier. Our knockup just misses. Looks like Tier's trying to put pressure onto our Nim. We're going to keep chasing him. We miss our abilities on Tier. Good movement by him. Serb's here. We're going to use our 1 and Nem's able to clean him up. We have a full grouping over here, so I think we should be able to get the Gold Fury. It'll just be a matter if my team actually rotates to it with me. Doesn't look like anyone's interested, so we're just going to put a little bit of pressure onto this tower. Oh, we miss our 3. Terrible 3. We're able to hit Hoi with our 1. We're going to activate our 3. Get some basics. Activate our 3. Step out of his ultimate. Hit him with the 1. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and cast it. We missed the knockup. He uses his Aegis. We're going to pop our 2. There's his jump. We have movement speed, so we should be able to catch up. We activate our 3. We miss our 1. And we're able to clean him up with a basic attack. We're going to go ahead and steal his purple buff. We didn't have any mana, or else we would have rotated to the team fight and mid, but we have enough money to pick up Doom Orb, so we're going to go ahead and pick it up. Doom Orb is going to provide us 145 magical power, 200 mana, and 20 MP5, along with 6% movement speed. It has a passive that killing or assisting an enemy minion provides you with 1 stack, granting 1% movement speed and 4 magical power per stack. Killing an enemy god or getting an assist on an enemy god will provide 5 stacks. Stacks last for 15 seconds and can stack up to 5 times. So this item is going to increase our movement speed. We're potentially going to gain up to 11% movement speed and up to 20 additional magical power. It already provides 145 magical power, which is a very large amount. But whenever we activate our 2, we are so fast. I feel bad for him. That's how fast we are. I feel bad. We're going to activate our 3, use our ultimate. He doesn't have his Aegis. We use our 1, basic attacks, and we're able to clean up the Hoi. Cerberus is here, but we should be able to just outrun him. He is slowing us. We're going to activate our 3, start getting some basics on him, use our 1. We take him below half health. We're going to use our beads to avoid his ultimate. We're going to then pop our 2, chase him down. He uses his jump, so now he's really out, and we're able to get the pick onto the Cerberus. We're going to go ahead and back and start working on the Charon's coin.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Not much for us to do over in our lane because the wave is so far pushed up. We're going to go ahead and hit the oracles. The oracles are going to provide us free vision of the Gold Fury tiers here. We're going to kind of, oh, Yumi's here. We're going to try to avoid all this. Activate our 3. Tyr uses his ultimate. We activated our 2. We get hit by Tyr. We're going to pop our 1, get the Yanis off of us. Our team rotates in. That's a Sylvanas ultimate. We use our 3. Janice is able to portal away. Sylvanas is able to get the pick onto the Yanis. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. And then our 1 to follow up. And we're able to get the pick onto the Ymir. We use our 3. That's going to cripple Tyr's movement. Start hitting him with some basics. He dashes into us. We hit him with our 1. Cerberus ults us. We do not have our beads, so we just have to eat it. We're going to activate our 3. Start trying to get some basics onto him. We hit him with our 1. He's absolute. We're going to chase him down. We're going to pop our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Cerberus. It's a full deicide. We should absolutely go for Gold Fury right now. This is just a normal gold fury, so it does nothing special. It's just going to provide our team with some gold. Oh, and the enemy team's able to steal a nice Janus ultimate. We're going to go ahead and lifesteal off this Harpy a little bit.
Retreat! Retreat!
Rotate to our purple buff. We are 18 at 19 minutes in, so we are just shy of 20 by 20. So we're going to pick up Charon's coin. Charon's coin is going to provide us 80 magical power, 20% magic penetration, 7 HP 5, and 20 MP 5. It has a passive that on God Killer assists, a coin is flipped. If heads, you gain a stack of 7 HP 5. If tails, you gain a stack of 2% movement speed. Each effect can stack up to 4 times. At 8 stacks, this item evolves. You also gain 1 gold every time the coin is flipped. And then the evolved coin is going to provide 80 magical power, 35 HP 5 and MP 5, 20% magic penetration, and 8% movement speed. Its new passive, on a God Killer assist, a coin is flipped. If heads, you gain 150 health over 6 seconds. If tails, you gain 5% movement speed for 6 seconds. You also gain 1 gold every time this coin is flipped. So we gain some free movement speed from this item. It also provides us with 20 magical penetration. We're able to get the pick onto Ymir. Tyr uses his ultimate to get away. We're going to keep chasing him down. We're so fast that we're able to catch up. And we're able to clean up the Tyr. We're going to activate our 2 to get to mid a little bit quicker. Right now we're faster than our jungler. They do not have movement speed. Or the movement speed buff, I should say. Nem's able to get the pick onto Hou Yi. We're going to throw our 1 out. We're able to get the tier 1 tower in mid. Each tower is going to provide everyone on our team with a little bit of gold. We make the call to go for the Pyromancer. Ooh, we're getting spicy. We're going for the large giant. We need to move on there to tank it. As a magical carry, we do not shred objectives as well as a physical carry. We also aren't that fully spec'd into attack speed yet. We use our ultimate to secure it just because a lot of their team is up. Janus did steal the Gold Fury, so we just wanted to play it safe. We're going to go ahead and back, and then we're going to start working on Telkhines' ring. So now that we've gotten our 2 movement speed items online after our ring of Hecate, we're going to be going into some more rings to increase our attack speed. We pop our 2, and I just love how fast we move when our 2 is active on this build. This feels so good. We're going to activate our 3, get some basics. We get hit by a Janus. Tyr's chasing the Sylvanas, we miss our 1. We're going to throw out our 3. Oh, if only we had our ultimate, we were able to get the pick onto the Serb. Tyr pushes us into a wall, we take a lot of damage. Tyr's still chasing us. We're going to pop our 3. We're going to go ahead and lifesteal off this camp. Our red buff is here. We're going to go ahead and take it. Top is down, so if we can, we typically would leave red to the mage in mid, but we're kind of the mage in right. We have our ultimate. Oh, bad 3. Bad ult. Bad 1. That was not our best play. We get double bounced by Hoi, and he's able to get the pick on us. Good for him. That was a good shot. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Telkhines ring. Telkhines ring is going to provide us 100 magical power, 25% attack speed, and it has a passive that basic attacks deal bonus damage of 10 damage plus 15% of your magical power. This effect does not affect structures. So our magical power is 460. Well, let's go ahead and do a little bit of math on the head. 15 times 4 is going to put us at 60, plus about 7, so each basic attack is going to deal an additional 67 plus the 10, so 77 damage. If we activate our 2 and hit him with 3 shots, that 77 is times 3. So that's going to be about an additional 221 damage if we land all of our basic attacks from our 2. Which is not bad. Our team's cleaning up. We just need Sylvanas to step in, but minions are here, so we're gonna go ahead and just work on this tower. He's able to jump right before our cripple takes place. We go ahead and use our ultimate. Toth is able to clean up the Hoi. We see Tyr. We do not know where Cerberus is. There he is. We're going to activate R3, use our beads. Keep landing basics. We make the call to go for Gold Fury. We're going to go ahead and clear this wave and then rotate out. So you mirror wall, but we're so fast it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and get it started. This is a Oni Fury, so whenever we destroy the Oni Fury, it's going to provide everyone on our team a little bit of gold, and it's also going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane. Tyr's here. Doesn't look like he really wants any of this, so he's going to start backing up. We're hanging out in the back line. Sylvanas gets an ult on 2. We're going to kind of loop around. Tyr's able to get the pick, but then Tyr goes down. We miss our 3. We're going to go use our ultimate on the 2 people. We use our 1. We're able to get a double kill. We get stunned by someone, and Nem's able to clean up the Ymir. So now it's just Cerberus left. We have minions pushed up pretty far in mid, not on either of the side lanes, so we're going to try to get the team to come mid with us. We're going to use our 2. Serb's kind of chunking. We're going to go ahead and use our Aegis. Wiggle around a little bit. He jumps away. I'm going to go ahead, kind of focus Serb, and we're able to get the pick onto him. Now we should be able to get this Phoenix in mid for free. And you go ahead, hit the Harpies. I think we can go for the main Fire Giant here, if Mulan tanks it. Looks like we're going to settle for the Pyromancer first. Yeah, their team's respawning and rotating into jungle, so I think that was probably the right call. We're going to go ahead and sell our Hunter's Blessing, and then we're going to go into Hastened Ring. Hastened Ring is going to provide us 70 magical power, 25% attack speed, and 7% movement speed, so another movement speed item. It has a passive that hitting an enemy god with a basic attack grants haste for 6 seconds, causing you to be immune from basic attack movement speed penalties for 6 seconds. The internal cooldown is 25 seconds.
Now you die. Group up. Attack right lane.
On my way.
Yanis is here. We activate our 3. Miss our 1. Looks like he's able to wiggle out. Hoyi's here. We activate our 3, activate our ultimate, and we're able to clean up the Hoyi.
Enemy missing left.
Attack right lane.
Their team's kind of rotating in behind us. Very aggressive for us to push this right here. We're going to fall back. A lot of bad heading our way. We get targeted by the Phoenix. We're going to fall back. Keep getting basic attacks onto it. Activate our 3 as we fall back. Mulan's now in there. We should just focus the Phoenix. We're able to get 2 Phoenixes. They have 2 people left. We should be able to close this game out right here. Getting some good damage onto the Titan. For Yi ultimate. Tyr kind of dashes to the back line. And we're able to close it out. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.